What went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this. It was unbelievably painful.
Weldon's Miami Mutual Bank. How may I help you?
This summer, one man with one goal.
I'd like to cash this check here, and then I'd like to take you out for a steak dinner.
To convince you he's everything he's not.
It's been a while since I'm done. Which one's in jump
Mark
suit?
Carney never went to flight school.
Are you a real life pilot?
I sure am, little lady.
Mark Carney never went to medical school.
Do you concur? I concur.
Dr. Harris,
Yes?
do you concur?
Concur with what, sir?
Mark Carney never went to law school
This is irrefutable evidence that the defendant is lying.
because Mark Carney is a professional liar. He conned investors. He conned politicians. He even conned himself into thinking he's a pilot. From the Bank of Canada to the Bank of England to wherever offshore account he's hiding his money in. But when you build your entire career out of make-believe, eventually reality comes knocking.
Special Agent Hand Ready, FBI.
Hello, Carl. Stop chasing me.
I can't stop. It's my job.
Leonardo DiCaprio? No. Tom Hanks? Not a chance. Golden Shafts? Every time. From the director of Central Banks and Bailouts and the producer of Trust Me, I'm an Economist, comes the greatest financial illusionist of our time. Only in theater or wherever Mark Carney is currently giving a very well-paid speech.
Do you have to catch me?
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture, loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolves, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Hey guys, how's it going? It is Friday. It is Frantic Friday, episode 81, and you've all entered the Geekosphere. That is the Comic Relief Crusader channel, and hello everyone. Yes, I know we started a half an hour later than usual, but there's a very good reason for it. And as to which, Vince Womack, our illustrious wrench here, yes, 30 minutes later than usual. You're darn tootin' right there, eh? Because I just had a job interview. And you know what? Hey, income and job comes first rather than the show, because that's what matters, at least to me right now. So hopefully everything goes well. And just want to say hello to Jason Fox of 540 Studios that happens to be here. Hey, dude, nice to see you. We got John Peterson, who's like, good luck, brother. Hope it goes great. So far, so good. So I'm just waiting now, playing the waiting game. So actually, I had kind of 2 interviews going on. And now I move on to round 2. So there you go, dude. Bill Barkley, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Great that you can join us today. And let's see. By the way, watched Lost Bullet movie trilogy. Basically sounds like a French Fast and Furious on Netflix. Ooh. Is that any good? I'm wondering about that. So let's see. We got Lenrod that's also here. Hey, yo, Lenrod. Nice to see you, man. And we got the polar bear of legends, Snortopupus Cuber. Hello to you, human and other critters. And hello to you, Snortopupus Cuber. Nice that you can join us. We got Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Yo to you, dude. We have our lovely Sherry joining us today. Hello to you, Sherry. Nice that you can be here. We got Sci-Fi Sit Dan. Oh, yeah. We got the man himself, Sci-Fi Sit Dan. How's it going, brother? Nice to see you, dude. And let's see, who else do we got? We got Lord Thoth, who says, hail, everyone. Nice to see you, man. Great that you can join us. And who else do we got here? We got the Padawannabe. He joins us today on this panel, who says good day to you all. Nice to see you, man. And we got our Pop Culture Republic here, who's waiting backstage patiently. We also have, who else do we also have? We got various other people that are joining here. And Bill says, yes, I can just see Mike as a hamburger flipper. No, I burn. And, for somebody to use me as a burger flipper, they would have to be immensely strong. So, and I'm not flat like a spatula. So I don't know what I can tell you, dude. I would make a very poor burger flipper. So, but one can dream. So can't they? So anyway, that being said, let's welcome everybody on board, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Padawannabe, how's it going, dude?
Doing good today.
Right
Sunny,
on.
nice. I can breathe. We're doing all right.
Yeah, over the
Looks
allergies.
Oh God, nonstop. Are you kidding? Today, though, it's weird how some days you'll be miserable, and then you wake up one day, you're like, okay, I guess I get lucky today. I can breathe. It's like it works its way out, and then later that day, you're just miserable again.
I know what oxygen is. Oh my God, how I missed you so.
Understand it. Yeah.
Oh my God. And who else have we got here? We got my face hole, aka the Techno Sapien Geek. How's it going?
Okay, you got to do me a favor. You got to send me that video. I'll click to that. I'm posting that on Facebook. Like, yeah, I'm serious. That man needs to get put out of power. I don't know. I'm sorry to go political, but did you hear what he wants to do by 2030?
Yeah, with the electric cars.
Now, some people say that was AI, but it's like he didn't make that speech, but I think he did. That he wants just electric cars by 2030. I'm like, no, that's not going to.
Yes.
And I have nothing against electric vehicles, but no, you should have a choice. You want electric, okay, but you should also be able to have gas. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen.
And that being said, it also wasn't AI because that was really Justin Trudeau in a dress. So, yeah, I know, right? And we also got Pop Culture Republic. How's it going? And howdy, dude?
Yeah, it's going well. And I can also breathe because I'm right there with you on the allergies there, Padawannabe.
Yay.
Woof.
One of us.
Yes.
One of us. One of us.
The airborne allergies. Yes. The airborne adversaries. The airborne adversaries.
But I thought
allergies.
Texas was so arid.
Texas is a very big state. A lot of people don't realize just how big Texas is.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's
yeah.
huge.
We got
Oh,
a number of climates all over the place.
It's almost as big as Alberta.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I tried streaming for the second time last night. Pop, I seen you popped in.
Yes.
I apologize. I didn't see it till later.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah. By the way, I'm running
caught up in your game. That was cool.
I'm really bad when I get into gaming. I need a moderator to tell me. Plus, I'm using OBS, so I don't know how to deal with chat in OBS. It's different.
I noticed that. Yeah, I was learning how to stream as well. I was trying to do it through StreamYards, and it doesn't quite capture the audio like OBS does, but OBS hits the system resources from what I've seen.
It does. But luckily, like I said, it was an i7, 16 gigs RAM at 4060, as you were asking last night. That's my setup.
Cool.
So, for the laptop. So.
And I want to say hey to Joe's Atmosphere. What up, fellas? Drive by, like, and share. Do the same, people. Yeah, hey, if you guys happen to be going over to Joe's Atmosphere too, then do the same. Give him a like and share and all that kind of stuff. And
exactly. And share the love from all different channels. Yeah.
Exactly. Because he's got his he's working on his comic also, The Patriot. So I can't wait to see when that gets done, because all of us over at Pop Culture Minefield will be, we do these drink and draw sessions and whatnot, and Joe's been doing his comic. Oh yeah, and it's fun going over to anybody can draw. Oh wow.
I mean, I draw, but I've never, like, when I did draw, totally sober, no any enhancements like in college and high school, and then life hits, and it's like I haven't gotten back into it, and it's like I don't know if I could sit there and drink a couple beers and draw. It would feel weird.
It's amazing what you can do.
I feel like I can corner the market on stick figures. I can draw a mean stick figure. I tell you what.
I used to do stick figure ninjas in elementary school and sell them for class cash.
And hey, Jack Lumen, nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Great that you can join us today. And speaking of drinking and drawing and whatnot, which seems pretty stupid, but in actuality, it's actually not. It's quite fun. Let's get on to stupid news.
Tonight, we dive into the diseased human mind. Join me. The gray matter is warm.
Okay, stupid news. What do we got in stupid news today? I know things have been slow for stupid news, but I found this glorious group, and they were chock full of the stuff, so it just makes more things more fun, especially on this channel. Let's see, which one should I go for first? Should I go with science or should I go with age?
Ooh, save science for later. I just say save science for
science can always be entertaining.
That's true.
Then people will have to wait to deny that article. Well, they'll have to wait till we bring it up to deny the science.
And deny
I'm already going to deny it. I don't know what it is, but I'll deny it.
Yeah. So this from the Daily Mail in their
I love this
mail section.
I love this.
50 and I still get asked for ID at supermarkets. It's so flattering.
Yeah, no.
I have such a take on this.
No offense. And I didn't get asked for ID till I was like 35. I was young looking. I still told I am, but but now I get asked for ID, and I'm sorry, that face. Yeah, she gets asked for ID. It's like she doesn't get asked, or if I do, it's a requirement by the thing. It's like, come on.
I know exactly why this works. I have to do this in a lot of my jobs, and have had to do this. And I've seen witness, even as a customer, you see the old guy. I come in here every day. I shouldn't have to show my ID. Like, man, my thing when I learned this is putting my foot down. It doesn't matter how old you are. I'm checking to see that you have a legal, valid ID. If your ID is not valid, you do not get this alcohol. I don't care how old you are. Yeah. Has nothing to do with your age. I need to see if it's legal.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever heard about DUI classes knows most of the classes driving illegally, multiple DUIs, should not has had their license suspended so many times they don't get one anymore. And they're still out there driving.
And that being said, I think the lovely Sherry hit the nail on the head.
There you go. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You have won the chat, lovely Sherry.
Hey, I'm waiting for. I'm only 52. I'm waiting for those senior discounts. I don't hit to like 55. It's like, damn it.
Only 55 though. Can you believe that? We're in the best shape of our lives, and they reduced all that stuff down. It's like, bring it. Bring it.
Those lips are underage. Just snort.
Goodness, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's funny, the duck lips on the right, though, compared to how the picture is on the left. She's almost looking like she's giving us the finger on that one picture.
Exactly, right? Oh, having too much Botox on one's face isn't going to cut it at all.
No kidding.
It is not. No,
I wonder if those freckles are surgically implanted or natural.
Yeah.
Because that's a new thing, man.
Yeah.
Tattoo freckles.
I'm gonna say implants. Jack Lubin, comic. You know, on the roller coaster of life, there's and we and barf, and I've been away because I'm unfortunately doing all three repeatedly in a proverbial way. I get it, dude. I get it. I hope you're okay, man. I really do.
This just hurts me though. Seeing a woman like this, and it's like, oh, the hair's not real, the lashes aren't real. There's been some shaving, some Botox, some implants.
Oh God,
there's been some work done. It's like, ugh.
Let's see. Ludrod says, honestly, if she lost the Botox, she might not be that terrible. Yeah, right. You know,
she's not ugly by any means, but
she's a long distance hottie. The closer she get, you're like, God dang it.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, boy, was I mistaken. Oh man, yeah. You get ID'd, like Love Sherry said, for senior citizen discount.
Well, to be quiet, I wouldn't put a bag on it. I'll be honest.
Oh, there you go. Love has no filter. So the far away one looks like Jerry Ryan, but the close up doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Filters lie. They lie. So, I mean, John says, yeah, take a look at Pam Anderson. She's aging the right way, and I think she looks better now than back in the 90s. Oh, yeah. Like Pam Anderson.
She doesn't even wear makeup anymore, though, either. Well, I give her credit for that. Yeah.
Better way in the beginning, before all the work.
Yeah.
She looked way different. It's like, what the? When she did her ads. Yeah.
She looked so good in the beginning.
She did away with it all, and she's like, you know what? Enough of this bull crap. And
damn you, Tommy Lee!
Yeah, I know, right? But there was that, and let's see, and the next one. So now on to science, because we saved that one for last.
I wonder if this is
science.
Okay, yeah.
From Europe,
goodness.
Neil deGrasse Tyson uses science to show why whites resemble monkeys more than blacks.
Oh, just
wow! Oh,
what?
Come on!
This guy's
you
take, I've never
take
liked
two
him.
words there. You swap two words.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and that's totally racist. Yeah. It's racist. Yeah.
You still go with science. There's more whites on the planet than any other race.
Yeah.
Just combined. I mean, we're not the only country that has white people. I think every country does now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so most of the planet is like is similar to the most capable animal on the planet. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like,
I don't know. Is this a bad thing? I don't know, man.
But I'm going to disagree with this. I mean, facial features, things, certain come on, like it's just it's whatever. We're all descendants from it. We're all descendants. All humans are.
I lean way more spider monkey in my
spider monkey. Coming at you like a spider monkey.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Oh man, I'm more like an orangutan. So,
oh goodness, the big face,
like King Louie. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Hey,
let's hear it.
I want to be like
Teach
you.
me science, Neil. Come on.
Come on.
You're supposed to.
Man.
God, they can't even capitalize the right letters in a name.
No, they can't.
I
right?
swear. I was gonna mention something about in your intro, and you could clearly tell that it was an AI voiceover. I'm like, it's just sad when a YouTube content creator doesn't have access to a movie voice.
There you go, right? Bill Barkley. Is it the typing monkeys on the new Superman?
Oh, they're flinging super shit.
Yes.
They're flinging story ideas. Will this one work? No. Will this one work? No. Will this one stick to the wall? Yes, this one's stuck. Let's see if we can make another one stick.
Oh my God.
What other ideas are out there?
That's right. I know.
I saw a dog leave a poop on a tree the other day. I'm not impressed.
There we go. Right. Oh, give me the strength of one silverback and 100 foot rats. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
I'll classify as silverback. Yeah.
Oh my God. And lovely Sherry. Anyone with eyes can distinguish the given evidence. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's kind of but we're all descendants. Let's just put it that way. Even
opposable thumbs has something to do with it.
Yes, it does. So, oh, there we go. I choose the gorilla, says John.
Why do people have to bring race into everything? Like, I'm just tired of it. It's so annoying.
That's why I'm getting kind of tired of it. Everything has to be race. It's like, come on.
I mean,
we have more
we've been
similarities
dealing
than differences.
Us four, we've been kind of dealing with it our whole lives, and from both sides. I've been hated, and I'm like, dude, it's not me. And I've been on the other side. It's not us. Leave us alone.
Morgan Freeman said it best. How to get rid of racism. Stop talking about it.
Yeah. That's basically it. Let's see. Well, speaking of race,
oh goodness, Bill's
coming. Wait, before you get into any news, can I ask?
Cats had opposable thumbs.
Big race.
Man.
Yeah.
Before you get into any news,
thumbs, we'd be in for it.
Before you get into any news, can I ask everybody here: is anybody's feed getting swamped with baby AI videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck are those things?
What
the hell?
I don't believe mine has.
Yeah, they're like babies doing movie scenes and stuff. Famous movie
I
scenes.
saw the cast of what is
Monty
it?
Python?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, the Pulp Fiction
and
one.
they were all babies.
And then there was Tommy. Yeah, and there was Tommy Boy, and I was like, what the hell? And it's the original.
Heck, though.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, and I saw that 50s Retrovision or whatever they did. I saw it for Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
Jesus. That's not Princess. That's not Queen Amidala. Good Lord.
Hey, Tim, how's it going? All right. And Warner Brothers being split into, and it's not a good thing. No, it's not. So, okay. So before we go into the news article, there's a thing that we do here where everybody has a perverse pleasure in making me suffer. So it's this.
Oi, you watching the stream right now? I'm reading articles like a pro, but guess what? Your papers and ears deserve more than just a silent scroll.
That's right. No one else is getting that kind of level of fame. So, if you just donate maybe a mere $5 kind of super chat, you want it, and I get to use the voice that you kind of want to hear right now.
There we go.
Surprise.
So, that just means for every super dollar, I can't even see, using this kind of Gumby voice right now. So for every $5 that you use and give a super chat and all that kind of stuff, I have to do a particular voice in 5 minutes. So that being said, FKHC says, it's a shit show at work today. So nobody changed the toilet paper roll. I see again. So that's what I'm guessing what it was. So with my private chats.
That's nothing. Sorry, I'm just reading something on Facebook as everybody's doing that. Does anybody agree with this? The fact that you can own land, build a home, pay off a loan, but still lose it to property taxes. Should that be illegal?
I think after 65, you shouldn't have to pay property taxes anymore.
No, exactly. Yeah, my parents shouldn't have to. They're both retired, and it's like just.
I think the idea of property tax is the idea like, oh, I get to keep this and
put
the land in whoever's hands I want to. Like I'm paying a
I'm
deposit
against it
for
completely.
future, it's like, how does it change when you reserve a cemetery plot, which is ground in owned land, but then when I build on it, so what happens if people just squat against the government?
I say zero property taxes. It's your land and it tax ownership.
Yeah.
If you have to
There
pay
you
a
go.
yearly rent on it, then you don't own it. If you stop
just like-
paying and people come
I-
away and take it from you, you don't own it.
Well, that's like paying tax on a used vehicle that's been sold over and over and over. You're still going to pay tax? No, it's
Well, to me, if it's a home and it's property, then the tax you're paying for to make sure the power lines around my house. I don't want to have to cut back those trees. That's your guys' job.
That's
Exactly.
The
That's what they
company.
should
That's
keep
not
coming
property
out to do.
taxes.
And I could see taxes go, if taxes went to what we think they're going to, what they tell us they're going to, we wouldn't have a problem with taxes, but we know
But
they're
they
not.
don't. No.
And that's where the problem is created. If all of our streets were being repaved all the time, we'd be like, damn, this is awesome. This is really nice.
Anyway, sorry for getting very surreal in there. That just threw me off.
Yeah, Tom.
Back to the
I get
article.
it, though.
Back to the
Okay.
article.
Back to the
So-
article. Yeah.
That's right.
Why there's less
So-
homeowners now.
Yeah, true. So what we talked about a few months ago, apparently Disney is planning something up their sleeve, and apparently this live-action Gargoyles showrunner Gary Doberman hopes his version lives up to the mature vibes of the original series. And
Fingers
so
crossed.
and if anybody knows anything about Gargoyles, which appeared during the 90s, it was actually a really good series.
Oh yeah,
I did
it's pretty
enjoy
good.
it. Yeah.
They need
Near
to
the
give
end-
this to Guillermo.
They
Oh,
should. That is a good.
that-
That's a good pick.
He needs
I
to
like
do
that.
this. If they want it done so well, everybody's going to remember it, even people who've never seen it before. You need somebody that's going to take that seriously and not give us a new Hellboy. We need
Yeah.
the good version of this world. These
Yeah.
God, I'm nervous.
he
I'm
would
nervous.
be a good pick for it after seeing his work on Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth. Wow.
Oh, all his movies have the aesthetic, whether they were
Yeah.
well received or not. Pinocchio, all the looks that Guillermo gives lends itself to this. I mean, 20 years ago, we're like, hey, Tim Burton, please. But his style is a little weird, so
It
I
is.
don't know if the darkness is good, but I think, Guillermo's would nail it.
Oh, I think so too. Totally agree with you on that. Vince says, yeah, I hope they don't screw it up, but my sentiment still is leave Gargoyles alone.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
generally against live action adaptations because more often than not, there's plenty of room to mess it up.
Cast Agent Carter in that role, please.
Yeah, exactly. John Peter said, no, get Jonathan Frakes a helmet. Yeah, because I was about to ask that. If they
I
do
actually
this
like him
live
as a
action,
director.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I don't mind him.
Yeah, I kind
but
of like him as a director. I can see.
I
that.
hope they bring him back as Xanatos.
Oh, was he one of the voices?
Yeah, he was one of the voices.
This was a little.
He was
I do remember this show because this came around like when the Batman show did, right? The animated series.
Yeah,
because it's
Yeah,
a similar
it had-
kind of
it had
animation.
Quite a bit
So-
of voice casting from the TNG cast.
Yeah, true. Like
This was just after.
That was our counselor Troy, and they had half of that TNG cast was on there pretty much.
Yep.
So it was pretty impressive, and that made me actually want to watch it. So, but what's going on with this? So the news may have flown beneath your radar or gone so far down the memory hole that you forgot, though it was a dream, or shook your head in disbelief at what had to be a rumor. So in addition, in any case, we're well aware Disney can't leave anything alone and has to give it to the temptation to reboot something they can either destroy or milk for cash. And this is what has me worried, right? On one hand, I want to see this live action because it would be like you said, Guillermo del Toro doing live action aesthetic on this would be marvelous. However, this is Disney, and everything, it just seems like has to be made live action. And, you know, are we going to see either race or gender swap this? Are we going to see, see that happen
The Message?
with any of the Gargoyles? With the
Well, we know they're not going to gender swap the girl for a guy.
No, that's true.
Unless that at most she's now gay, right? Or transgender or whatever.
They gotta make a message in there. That's what I have no faith. Yeah.
She'll still be attractive.
Well, that's the dream.
That's the thing.
So, and hey,
Honestly,
Lavistro, how's it going?
Yeah, Disney does not have a good track record with live action adaptations.
No, not really.
So, yeah, this is
only a couple.
Gives me that queasy feeling when you look at something nervously, like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. Ooh.
Well, and the Disney live actions, I think people are just tired because they started off good. Like the technology they used for the Jungle Book and Lion King revolutionized what they can do now. And those were received much better. But again, those were much closer to the original. Mowgli wasn't changed to a little girl instead of a little boy. But then they started, Beauty and the Beast was pretty well received. It's when they started changing everything, then people didn't like it and started getting tired of it. No, even Enchanted, that's Disney. That's like the perfect live action adaptation to a cartoon world. But they haven't been able to recreate it for some reason.
No, and I don't think they will be able to, not with everybody that they have there now. Ledrod, they'd make her a guy. She was too hot in the show to be allowed to be straight for the guys. Why wouldn't that surprise me? Why?
It'll be Elliot Page.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. John Peter said at least one of the Gargoyles will be gay or non-binary. Yeah, that I can see happening.
And would it even matter? Would that have even mattered to the original story? But it would be something they're like, oh, we got to point this out.
Oh yeah, exactly. Right, for no particular reason whatsoever, because everything. Like, how many stupid news articles have we seen where Vikings. Like Vikings, there were some Vikings that were non-binary. It's like, how could you possibly know that, right? You got to prop up that narrative somehow, according to them, right?
So funny.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, we found him in gay territory.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Labistro, the Gargoyles will be vegan and sparkly. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that would be funny. That they don't eat meat with fangs and they don't eat meat.
Yeah, right.
They're like Louis from Interview with a Vampire. He just eats rats and stuff. I don't kill people.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, you're right though. Vikings was a profession, not a race. Exactly. Precisely it. If you wanted to go out and pillage and rape and whatnot, hey, you chose to do that, right? Burr Barkley, if they made them trans, it would be guy girls.
Gore guy girls.
Oh my God. That would be the new title of it, wouldn't it though? My God. Jeez, I like that. But so they finally have their sets on Gargoyles and are moving forward with a live action reboot for their primary streaming outlet, Disney Minus. So this tentative might as well.
The big D.
Oh yeah, the huge D from behind. So this tentative project has been in the pipeline for a while, like we reviewed and talked about on this channel, and was finally put into motion in late 2023 with James Wan, the atomic monster, in charge. And since then, its progress has been silent. But we have an update in the form of a tease. So what is the tease? Well, writer, showrunner, and one acolyte, Gary Doberman, talked about the new series based on the edgy 90s cartoon with variety, and his hopes are high and in what might be a good sign. So Doberman wants to stay true to the spirit of the original show, which captured the imagination back in the day. So, okay, hopefully that plays out as true.
Is he going to get Frank Millard?
Yeah, probably. So,
Frank Miller wrote RoboCop 2.
Oh my God!
Not what he wrote.
Wow.
Not what he wrote.
No, exactly. No, wait, wasn't it RoboCop 3?
I think it was 2 and 3, and he was just done. Just because they changed so much, it's not what he wrote, and that's what decided him to get out. He's like, I'll never do another movie again until Snyder talked to him. You know.
Oh, RoboCop 3
that's
was so bad. Oh man, Jetpack RoboCop, man. I know the toy makers had fun with
I don't know, man. You watch it now, it might not be as bad as we thought it was.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
A lot of the movies are like, watch something new and then watch it and be like, wow, dude, this is amazing.
This is not as bad as we thought it was back then, because it's much worse now.
That's true, right?
A lot of box office bombed because they got buried by one of the greatest movies made of all time.
That's true.
We had so many back then.
Oh yeah.
Like pick a month.
I'm gonna say June.
Pick a year in the 90s, and there's probably 5 movies everybody's heard about.
93.
June of 93. Okay, do your stuff. 93. I'll look it up.
Okay, good enough. Let's see. John Peterson says, yeah, I feel like this news might be out of date. I don't think anyone at Disney has any faith in live action remakes. Yeah, but John, here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Always bet on stupid when it comes to Disney.
Yeah.
At this point. That's what I'm saying.
That really is getting to be a safe bet these days.
It is, isn't it though? So
dude, you did that on purpose, man.
Oh, did I? No, I actually didn't. Or that
just
weird
real
that
quick.
Came out okay.
Just real quick. Not just random month, random day. June 1993. Jurassic Park, Cliffhanger, Last Action Hero, Made in America, Sleepless in Seattle, Dave, Hot Shots Part 2, Menace to Society, the original Super Mario Brothers. What's Love got to do with it? Dennis the Menace, Indecent Proposal, Sliver, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, Much Ado About Nothing, Unforgiven, Groundhog's. Oh my God!
Wow, I picked a good year.
A Few Good Men. Oh my
Sandoval!
God, dude, that's insane.
See,
it's exactly real cinema.
I won't deny that. You have a very valid point. Yeah, exactly right. So you can't go wrong with stupid with Disney. And yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo says the Cock-a-doodle. Oh man. So yeah, sure. Variety,
good director, good cinematographer, good script, good notes, or a good script and lead. The production company needs to leave it alone. If it's a good script, no notes. Come on.
Well, exactly. That's the thing, right? So, in the Variety article, he says, oh, yes, another beloved piece of IP. This new iteration of Gargoyles, he explained, the show was already pretty dark in that it was serialized. It was a mature thing. And you know what? For a Disney cartoon, it kind of was in a way. You know, I will agree with that. It's operatic and the story was so epic. I'm hoping it's very similar to the vibe that you got when you were watching it back in the late 90s. Okay, so that's kind of a thumbs up right there. I just love that half an hour of television falling into a world. I'm hoping we achieve that. It's a lot of fun, though. It's a thrill. So, okay, so maybe he was a fan. And I'm saying maybe because you can never tell. Because how many times have we heard, especially with Disney, over and over again, oh, yeah, I love the comic book. I read it all the time. And then you find out that they actually knew nothing about it whatsoever. Recent case in point, Fantastic Four, maybe? I don't know. So,
most famously, look at the works of comic writer Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Once he had a few of his comics adapted to the big screen, he got fed up with Hollywood and just washed his hands of it. It's like, It just did not care with the Hollywood system and how they treated his properties.
That's right. And I don't blame him. You know, because Hollywood uses this excuse of, well, you know, that quite won't work on screen, so we have to change it a little. It's like, no, you actually really don't have to, because let's look at Sin City. Let's look at Watchmen.
Beautiful.
I mean, Watchmen alone was like pretty much frame by frame exactly torn from the comic itself.
Although, to be fair, there's some stuff in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen I would not want adapted to the big screen, because some of it got pretty sick.
That's true.
If you've ever read the comic books, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, I don't want that. That's awful.
Yeah, that was, I do agree with that. So Bill Barkley says, where's the live action version of Visionaries, Inhumanoids, Defenders of the Earth, Ulysses 31? Yeah, right?
On a shelf somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah. Gathering Dust, Inhumanoids would be pretty cool, though. I will give him that.
Thundar the Barbarian.
There you go.
I remember
there you go.
that.
Visionaries?
Chewbacca
Yeah, you
and
could
the
do
Viking
Visionaries.
girl.
Yeah. Those have potential. I think especially Visionaries and Inhumanoids. That'd be awesome. You know? If you could do it,
people float the idea of Thundar the Barbarian as a live action series, and you could almost do that, but man, there's so many adaptations. There's so many ways it could go so wrong so quickly.
Oh, that's true. So Gargoyles was dark and thrilling, much like the animated serialized landscape of the 90s, like Batman, the animated series, and Superman, the animated series, X-Men, and Spider-Man. Didn't talk down to kids and weren't afraid to get real, topical, or dabble in genre tropes from horror to noir. And that's true, especially with Batman, the animated series, which, you know, I mean, at this point is pretty much like a legendary series. You know, you can't dispute
it. Changed the game, man. It brought the bar to a different level, and that bar is Batman and Joker now. We have to meet that bar. If you don't meet that, if you don't meet what this cartoon did, you know what we're saying? Like, the bar isn't really that high, but it is.
No, it is. It really is. Because even now, even if you were to bring it back on television, it still holds up. You still would have thousands.
Every Batman's been compared to it since.
Exactly.
It's got to be at least as good as this. If it's not, and we've only gotten Heath Ledger, that was better. You know what I mean?
That's true. I agree. Gargoyles was not so different, with its element of science fiction, fantasy, Shakespeare, and street level crime. And and it pretty much embraced all of that. And I think really well, really, really well, you know. And the characters were shot, you know, with lasers and bullets. Well, you know, that's true. People died. Lasers. And there was blood and severed robot heads. Yeah, that's true. And the show didn't flinch that often, which is also very true. It wasn't the maturity level of Spawn's, you know, HBO Spawn's, but there was an edge to live up to, short of going further than the tasteful with, you know, Goliath and Elsa dynamic. Well, yeah, that was true. You know, it was kind of like that whole dynamic. Yes, exactly. It's Beauty and the Beast right there. That's what it was.
I love you, but I can't be with you. But I want to be. But what would people say?
What would our children look like?
You didn't tell me your whole family was gargoyles.
Yeah, right. I'd hate to see your mother-in-law.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lord, can you
Why are fangs so big?
Yeah, right. The better to chew you down and make you my cuckold servant. No, but it was a great dynamic. It was purely Beauty and the Beast between Goliath and Elsa, and it worked. Or Elisa, sorry, I keep on saying Elsa because I got Disney on the brain, unfortunately. So
Let it go.
and you know, and she was a very capable police officer. You know, it didn't need to be like, you know, girl bossed like many things are nowadays, right? I'm the toughest bitch there is, and all that kind of stuff.
Honestly,
you know,
her look got taken. That's like how all female cops dressed after, like from the 80s. Once they got capable, you know, past Cagney and Lacey, and then they started having female cops in roles in a lot of stuff. And this is what they look like. And this is how Gabrielle Union looked in Bad Boys. You know, I mean,
yeah, that's true. You know,
yep.
It was a really good
the
series.
suit jacket and the body suit leotard underneath.
I love that.
I always thought that was hilarious.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man, how's it going, man? Nice.
No,
seeing you here, man.
it's pronounced A.
Eh? Yeah, right. Yeah, eh? How's it going for sure, eh? Oh my god. But oh no, it's all good. Because soon will be soon, according to William Shatner, you guys will be the 11th province. So there we go. So get used to it. But no, it was a very, I would say, a pretty mature cartoon. It didn't play down to nothing. It didn't insult the audience whatsoever. And
it's PG-13 at its finest. You know, I mean, that's what, and the Batman show was too, because the idea of what was happening almost is worse than seeing blood, because neither one of these cartoons were really gory. You know what I mean? Because they're cartoons,
they weren't.
But the themes are so deep. You know,
yes,
it's like this is almost kind of what us older fans wanted to see from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
like we want to see them grow up and still be dealing with it.
Let's see, Bill Barkley. Yeah, Mike works at a McDonald's. I hope he does a Trump voice while serving hamburgers. Yes, I will, 100%. Oh, you wanted the Mac. You wanted the Big Mac. It's so huge, made specially for you. Loving fingers.
I looked at it. I was like, wow, this is so big.
Large order of fries. I know you wanted the medium, but I gave you large because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm a giver. So good. Yeah.
Change the name of the Happy Meal to the Trump Meal.
That's right.
There you go.
Pure 100 unadulterated happiness. Here's your Trump meal right now. There we go. Love you. Trump 2020.
No toys, just a bar of gold.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Instead of getting the apple pie,
put it in one of my banks. It'll go up in value.
Right. We took it back from China, all the gold, and we're just making them now in the fruit pies. So there you go.
Honestly, I'm thinking of buying some gold. Honestly.
Oh yeah, same here.
It's the only thing that goes up, man.
Oh yes, man. Jeez, Ledrod, I'm still waiting for that hyper woke ultra climate science planet Captain Planet movie. Oh, dude, did you?
Oh, you mean the normal Captain Planet movie?
Oh yeah.
It was all those things before, man.
Dude, you know what? I see
his colors didn't even work good together. They had like
by
green
the way,
hair and like a blue suit.
Just to let you guys know, on this climate change stuff, they're discovering that ice is growing more in certain parts of Antarctica now. Oh, I wonder, isn't that?
Yeah,
I know.
Hey, if the icebergs are melting, how come we don't have dinosaurs walking around? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Woolly mammoths just walking everywhere.
It's called Earth cycle, people. It warms, it's cold, it's warm and cold. That's just the way the cycle of the planet goes.
Take 100 cavemen.
Don't worry about the planet. Worry about your ass.
Yeah. Ledrod, just to let you know, I'd seen a recent panel for this Captain Planet comic, and what was it? The Indian. Yeah, the Indian boy that had heart was going on about how the bad guys were colonists and shit like that. It's like, oh god, why would?
Oh boy,
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Don
right?
Cheadle, I don't want him as that though. He's too funny.
I know, right? John Peterson,
He'd have to
Mike
dumb him
has
down.
Mike has far more talent than would be wasted in the service industry. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. So, Bill Barkley, I'm still waiting on the Banana Man movie. There's a tiny brief teaser for it. Oh, really? Banana Man from UK. Oh my god.
Okay, I know who's gonna be Captain Planet.
Okay.
Timothée Chalamet.
I'd love to see that happen. Oh my god. Make it happen. That or
AI.
Don Cheadle.
It'll be easy.
do it
AI. Timothy Chalamet as Captain Planet.
No, wait, it'll be Captain Miss Planet. It'll be a trans, one-legged, black, proud woman who's lesbian. Or
no. You just leave Captain Planet a woman, right? And thus it proves that the Earth is not flat if she has an ample chest size. There you go. See where I'm going.
The Earth is flat, just like me.
Yeah, right.
No bumps, just all flat.
It'll be that chick from
Smooth like Ken.
Oh, jeez. I love that. So Doberman's work on the Conjuring universe and Swamp Thing specifically show that he can find a balance, albeit between mixed results. And that said, he also directed the Salem's Lot remake, which might look slick, but pales in comparison to the, 79 miniseries. This involvement isn't without caveats, of course. So Disney might also interfere with notes that water or the tone down, or more likely bend the knee again to the message. And that's the big fear right there, right? And that's not even the biggest problem that could sabotage their efforts here. I know you're wondering how that could be, but hear me out. So this is what he says, the article writer. Even if the right people are in place and they have the proper attitude, subscribers and potential viewers already feel that they've been tricked one too many times by the House of Mouse. No matter the show or the brand, Marvel, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, whatever, or how much money they throw at it, the ratings aren't going up. That's true. Because if you look, what's been reported recently about Daredevil, it hasn't even made the Nielsen ratings. And that's kind of unfortunate, but it's not surprising.
I mean, quite honestly, Netflix is killing Disney in original content. Netflix, the streaming platform that people constantly say is done, is going under. They aren't going anywhere.
No, they're not.
That's weird because, like, I have lots of streaming. Netflix has so much original content that's decent. You go to Disney Plus, all their stuff, right? Everything that Disney's made, more or less, nowhere near as good as what Netflix has put out just since they started making original content. It hasn't even been that long.
No,
well, they really also have the
Hollywood
money to
is
throw
dead.
around.
Netflix has all the production.
Yeah,
That's
Netflix
true, Pop.
also has the money to throw around and import shows from overseas, slap Netflix original on it, and call it their own.
Yep.
Which is
what are you talking about? We have the Acolyte. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, we have She-Hulk. Oh, wait, never mind.
Acolyte.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, Apple Plus, the Apple TV streaming service, they have a number of pretty good originals.
I've heard good things about them. I have been tempted to go on there.
I'll tell you, and Pop will agree with me on this. Was it?
And it's pretty inexpensive, I think.
Well, hold on. What was that, Pop?
Well, to show you. Yeah, go ahead, Pop.
Yeah, what's that?
I was just saying, like, For All Mankind, Monarch, and a few others that Apple's come out with, is they're really making a name for themselves now. I keep forgetting them. It's like they're like the little streaming network that could. And
they do have a show that came out very, very well received. It's like Surveillance or something like that. But it's the people that go to work. They go to work, and then their memories get erased when they leave work and go home. What'd you do at work today? I don't know. And they don't realize it. Like, work memories are work memories alone. What happens at work stays at work.
And
Silo.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pop, you watch that too, Silo. That's an original, really amazing show. I love that show.
That's right.
Apple TV. But I thought, as a normal consumer, I thought Apple TV. I was like, I don't have an Apple phone. I don't have an Apple TV, so I just thought I couldn't get it. So it was out for a long time. I was like, oh, anybody can get that?
Yeah. Even if you have a Roku, you can get.
See, I didn't know that. But again, it wasn't something advertised. I mean, I spend a lot of time on the computer. There's lots of ads there. You'd think, hey, Apple TV is not just available to Apple users.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's available to everybody.
No, I think what
must be
Netflix
owned by
was
Disney.
some of the questionable content they put out from years back. It still makes a lot of people weary about subscribing to them because they still have that questionable content on there that they stand behind, much like Disney promotes certain kind of terrible things that we won't go into.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wasn't it Netflix that put out Cuties?
Yes.
Yeah. Big, questionable, messed up content. It should be. It's still there, I guess, too.
I don't know. I haven't looked for it.
You gotta have something to show people how bad it can be. I hate to say it, but you're like, you think that's bad compared to this show? You'll think that one's good.
Oh yeah. And Bill,
that
is there another season of Twisted Middle? Yes, and I heard that there is a season 2 coming. Yeah.
Oh, it's already been finished. A wrestler, Samoa Joe, plays one of the guys in there, Sweet Tooth, and he's already finished filming. So season 2 has already been filmed.
So this idea, like initially, you're like, how can they make a movie out of that? But then I'm like, oh, it could be like Death Race, what Jason Statham was in. They just adapt that kind of, and then it works. It's like, oh, all these guys are in like a Mad Max type Running Man scenario. You know, I was like, okay, I could see it.
And you lose all of the subtle messaging that was in the original Death Race. Everything that the original Death Race was trying to say, a commentary on society at the time, that was completely lost for big names, big explosions, fast cars.
Jason Statham is all about action, don't you know?
Go back to what Vince said. Sorry, Pop. Because he was asking a question here.
Did you just whatever me?
Do you think they're making an offshoot from Skybound's G.I. Joe, a specialized?
God, I want to see Mask so bad.
Here's the thing: Skybound only has the property. Skybound only has the property, as far as I know, for only Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Mask is
so I don't think they have.
God. That is like that's an idea that lends itself to a live action because it's like it makes sense, man. That makes total sense that a secret operative. And what was that movie back in the day, like Firefox or something, where they had kind of the dual mode vehicles?
Yeah. Next thing, some of you are talking about Shogun Warriors or something like that, going way back in nostalgia.
Oh, I know, right? But anyway. So Netflix. So
By the way, hold on. Just a quick note. I gotta say this. The debate about Death Race. Let's be honest. The original had Stallone. The new one had Statham. They're best friends. So it's kind of funny.
They got the bat. Little
there we go. I would love to see an anime like treatment of Mask with more a more adult theme. That would be cool.
I loved Mask.
Oh, you mean like actual? Like infiltration and terrorist organization, like what Mask lends itself to. I mean, Mask can be like an Iron Man type movie.
Yeah.
It could be a huge. Oh, and the vehicles would be so cool. They could leave Transformers in the dust.
It could, totally could. But yeah, and that wherein lies the problem, especially with wanting to put a Gargoyle series out. You know, yeah, you could make it the best show possible, but everybody has been too burned out and burned by Disney by putting out all these crappy shows, and everybody's tuning out. It's like that's what happens when you constantly put out quality crap, as I like to put it. Nobody cares what the next big thing from you is because you put out too much shit. That's what it is.
Remember, we've said it before. Since Endgame, we had the Spider-Man film, but that was kind of half Disney, half Sony, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Still, and then you had Deadpool Wolverine. That was amazing, brilliant, chef's kiss. But that was kind of fairly new. That's the new, and I give that to Ryan Reynolds and the others on that. That's why it was good. But besides that, what else have they done that was good? Wait, nothing really. So
no, everything they did is good. That's the problem. Good. Right. What's good? A range from 3 to 6 out of 10. You know what I mean? Good is a C. Good is passing. We need. Well, I can't expect you to do what we had before. Those are A pluses. Those are what our criteria is. But can we get at least B effort? And that's the problem, though. They're doing the things that they do. They don't even have enough knowledge to give us a good enough story because they're not reading the back content.
No, I wouldn't call She-Hulk good. That's just garbage. That's never good. No, you can't even put that.
I mean, I watched it and I said I didn't hate it. That's the thing. I may not watch it again, but I didn't look at it going, oh, this animation's horrible. Why'd they say that? This is ridiculous. I wasn't doing it that often. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's
I'm a
movies,
fan of the comic, so the way they did it.
And that was the thing. I don't know She-Hulk story because I watched it going, oh, I'll bet She-Hulk fans are pissed. But I watched Batman going, I bet Batman fans are pissed.
Yeah, I've seen enough clips. I've seen enough of the clips from the trailers to look at it and go, that's not for me. I won't watch it.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you won't have a conversation with somebody going, no, it's no good because you haven't watched it. See, and that's where other people are like, well, I don't need to watch it to know it's not good. You're just saying it's not for you.
To watch it. I don't need to watch it. And it's like, it's not made for me. It's made for somebody else that might enjoy it. I know already I won't enjoy it because I don't like the direction they're going to take the characters in.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because your content, like look at the stories you point out and the things, and you know,
I like quality over quantity.
Exactly.
And Disney is all about quantity.
Exactly. Well, that being said, see, now we're at the top of the hour. We'll take a Friday thought from the throne from Steve, and then we'll get on to the next article.
I love that.
So I don't know who needs to hear this, but here's a little helpful tip in life. Okay? There are people out there that complain a lot about things. Like, for example, I do. And it's mainly feminists and liberals and anything that's woke that's against masculine men. And there's some that complain about movies and TV shows, and sometimes rightfully so. Yeah, you should complain. Let your voice be heard. But if you're complaining and constantly complaining about why they're doing this and that with like Star Trek and Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or whatever the situation is, the more you complain and then you're seeing no result of them fixing it back to what it originally was, fun, exciting, maybe, just maybe, the more we complain gives them more fuel for us to go watch those things because we're being baited. They do this because we're going to be baited to go watch these things. If we actually took the time to say, hey, look, let's find the joy of what it was to watch these things, or even mock them. Because, you know, liberals love being mocked. And give them a taste of their own medicine because they're mocking us. They are, and we're getting pissed off about it, which rightfully so. But you know what? Let's turn the tables. Let's mock them. Why not? If they're going to make Darth Vader into a woman, just keep putting a man in it. Or better yet, if they're going to make Leia a new character in a Star Wars, which is not a new character, but anyways, you get my point. If they're going to make a new Leia in a movie, just put a man in it. That's a better one. Mock them. Show them how stupid it is. Put Conor McGregor in the fucking white dress of Princess Leia. Hilarious. Liberals will be pissed off. We'll put Mike Tyson in the dress in the movie. We'll do it. My whole point is, the more we complain, the more we bitch about things, the less we get, the more we actually get away from what's important, is unity with everyone. We're all on the same page here, on the same boat, on the same train, going the same direction. It's just, it's a battle that isn't going to be won by us always complaining about these things. So, if you still want to complain and stuff, go for it. Hey, man, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But if you start thinking, if you start wondering, why can't they stop doing this stuff? Oh, why are they ruining Star Trek? Maybe because they just want to see us pissed off. Let's mock them back, shall we? I got no toilet on this one. That's my thought on the throne, baby.
I love that.
Ooh, Steve got deep today.
Can I actually add to Steve? Steve made an amazing point here, and I something I read earlier before the show started. I'm going to add to Steve's point. Actually, they want people mad. They want us mad at each other. That's true. Yeah. Do you know what they did at Times Square yesterday?
Oh yeah.
They raised a statue, a 12-foot statue of a plus-size black woman. Nothing, nobody special, just a plus-size black woman. Why? What the hell? Because they want people mad about it.
That in Times Square, there's not enough room.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly, there. It's why do they what? They want people mad. They want people not looking at what's going on, so they give them something because they know people are going to yell and blah 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 blah. Because they don't want people paying attention to what's really going on. So really, he made a valid point there.
And that's why New York is still a shithole.
And I wanted to respond to John Peterson in the chat. He says, "Does Steve have a built-in truck potty in the driver's seat?" No. That is actually his outhouse.
Yeah, there we go.
He's just taken the truck cab of like pick and pull, and he's made it an outhouse. I'm waiting to see if that thing in the video starts. Oh, and Rancor Steve, trim up the flavor saver a little bit, buddy. You're getting a little wild.
There we go. No, John Peterson says, yeah, it's called divide and conquer. So long as we're fighting each other, then we aren't watching what they're doing. Exactly, right? That's all that it is.
Like a 12-foot plus-size black woman who's wearing a t-shirt and jeans, who's a nobody. Like, no offense, maybe she's a girl, but what does that have to do with anything? But people are going to argue, people are going to yell, and they're not going to pay attention to what's really going on.
Vince says, when I saw that, I thought it was Latina James.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I say vote with the two most important things you have: your money and your time.
Yep.
Your time is valuable and precious. You have very little of it day by day. Vote with your money and your time. Don't watch the stuff that offends you or things that people put out there with the purpose of offending people. It's like, oh, we're going to own the conservatives, or we're going to own the white right wingers and make them mad. It's like, no, you won't. Just won't watch it.
And so I will go ahead and put this plug out there. If anybody wants to see a legitimate a plus size black woman in a more realistic portrayal, look up Miss Pat. She's a comedian. She actually has a television show, like a sitcom, but they keep it real. So this is not Cosby or anything like that. She's actually very surprised they've kept her show on, and she doesn't change stuff. They're like, can you kind of ease up on the language? She's like, I ain't got time for all that shit. You know, I mean, so I mean, if you like a good comedy, and I always enjoyed black comedies, I thought they were funny, Martin and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if that's along your criteria, go ahead and look up Miss Pat Show. I forget what it's called, but Miss Pat is a comedian. You can look it up and find it. I think y'all enjoy it because it's like, yes, this is real life, and
right.
she has gay children, and she still is like, fuck all y'all. I ain't got time for your shit. This is what I'm dealing with. You know, she's just very real with it. You know, she don't want to be brought. She don't want your bullshit. She don't. Just like any of us. Like, quit stopping me from doing what I need to do. Just keep that stuff to yourself.
And you're right, Vince. Yeah, that's why we spend our precious time on this and other similar streams. Exactly. Because like you guys know, we just spend time mocking it. There's no point in getting angry about it unless it's really legit. But I mean, you just gotta mock the stupid choices that they're making. You know,
hit the like button on the videos you like. Change your algorithm so it doesn't give you the stuff you don't want. Push a few buttons and change what your feed is.
Exactly.
It will change it. You have to just say no to the man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because all you can do is just say this. And now.
Perfectly said.
Exactly. Okay. I'm glad you were just tapping your toes in that. So there we go.
I'm a sucker for dance music. It's fun.
So that's right. That's why you got to transform that like and roll out that subscribe and lead lead other people to this channel. Share the channel out. Because
sharing is caring.
Exactly. Sharing is caring. And you know what? This channel is almost at 1,300. I just 18 more subscribers ago, and we've hit 1,300. So, we're doing stuff here. That's right. Hooray for this channel. So, yeah, you are right though, Lenrod. Yeah, words of violence and tapping the screen is work. That's how it is. So,
I don't want to listen to my voicemail.
Yeah, which I have to do later. Okay. On to the next article. And what's going on here? Well, from Cosmic Book News, an X-Men reboot at Marvel eyes Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier. So, you know what? I'm gonna say this, okay? Because I did put out the video yesterday. I did see Thunderbolts. All right. I did actually watch Thunderbolts. And Lenrod is also right. CRC is like herpes. Once you get it, you might as well spread it. Exactly. So
don't hide it, divide it.
Yeah. Sharing is caring that way. Let everybody itch along the way. Yeah, no, that was terrible.
Gosh.
Anyway.
Equal opportunity.
That's right. Yeah. I did watch Thunderbolts yesterday. You know what? It's not terrible. It really is not terrible. It's actually a pretty half decent movie. And
it's better than how many movies?
It's better than everything
Captain
that
Falcon. It's better than Immortal or
Yeah.
Inhumans or whatever that
just
was.
From the trailer alone, it made me think it was fair to middling good. So yeah, I might give it a shot.
Is it better than every Marvel show Disney's put out?
Yes,
probably.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
Yes, I will say that. I will definitely say that. You know what?
I didn't think Black Widow was that bad. It just was not. It doesn't make sense at that 5 years too late.
I haven't even seen Black Widow, so I can't comment on that. It's just, like I said.
Oh, I liked it a lot.
It's
I really
five
did.
years too late. I'd even say 10 years too late.
Yeah, it was too
yeah,
late.
that's
For me, Black Widow is worth, especially if it's streaming and you have what it's streaming on. to me, it's worth seeing the chemistry between Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson, because I think Florence Pugh's great in that movie. She does such a good, like, she's got the Eastern European kind of Russian personality down. She's like, oh, you Americans think you are so great. Look at you posing all the time. You flip your hair. It's just hilarious. Everybody's like, she's so mean and down. And I'm like, no, that's exactly how they look at us Americans. Look at you. You look disgusting in your blue jeans. You think you look nice. Bah.
Bah. You know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they have a different mentality than we do. We are all about fun in our lives, and we're the only country that kind of looks, with the exception of like the Latin American, like Brazil and that kind of stuff. They got it going on.
That is a 24/7 party.
That's their culture, though, not their TikTok impression.
No, but the thing was, first of all, okay, Bill, and Taskmaster, exactly. Taskmaster, I will tell you this, okay, because if you're not going to see it, then I don't mind spoiling it. But you know what? Taskmaster, basically, after 10 minutes, done. You don't see her after that.
Oh, so she's
done like dinner.
Taskmaster is Nathan Fillion in Suicide Squad.
Yes, exactly.
And Brad Pitt in Deadpool.
Yes. That's right. That's right.
I love the cameos. I love the cameos when they make it a super big star. Like if they ever come out with a Gears of War movie, if anybody knows that game, there's this character named Carmine. It's got many brothers, and a lot of them die. I'm like, they need to have like John Cena be one, and he passes, and like Zac Efron needs to be one, and he passes.
Oh yeah.
But like, get the biggest stars. It'd be so funny.
This is not a Suicide Squad ripoff. It's not, okay? It you almost feel that it's going to be, but it's really not, okay? And and Florence Pugh, she actually does very well in this movie, right? And it is sort of kind of centered on her, but not really, right? And like I said in the video yesterday, it's all about these feelings of dealing with depression, but it's done in a really wrote out way. It's written very well, right? The way it's done. And it's just like I said in the video yesterday, it's just magnified even more with Sentry. So and the banter back and forth is rather quirky and and silly at times. And sure, Red Guardian is definitely over the top, the way he just is very boisterous and stuff like that.
I like him being funny, but they just made him the comic relief in Black Widow.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that could have been toned down a little bit more
than that. You made him seem silly and stupid,
and no, they didn't kill Bucky, so there you go. But
does his arm get ripped off?
Yes, once.
Okay.
By
like that's got to be a thing in like every movie he's in, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
but
think about it. Rocket's going to get that arm eventually. So.
Oh yeah. But overall, it's not a bad movie. It's a switch off your brain kind of popcorn movie, and it's not too bad. And it's a shame that it's not really doing that well in the box office. But then again, it's this whole Disney crap making movies crap fatigue kind of thing. And this really is an underdog kind of movie. It actually, you should watch it. It's not that bad.
Well, it goes back to
the next level now with how much they cost to take your family to. It's not $40 anymore.
No, well, it goes back to what we said earlier. It's how bad they've made it. The history of what they've done for the last so many years. Nobody has faith. We've lost faith, and it's like nobody wants to go. They're like, it'll suck, even before they've seen it. It's just they shot themselves in the foot by doing that.
Exactly, John.
Yeah. They always like to use that term superhero fatigue because it's a way of deflecting off of them and back on the audience. Like, oh, it's not our fault. We put something out. The people just didn't want to watch it. It's the movie going.
Not superhero
movie
fatigue.
going audience's fault.
It's not Star Wars
the
fatigue.
studio's fault because they keep doing bad writing. It's
not
bad
Star Trek
writing fatigue.
Not Star Trek fatigue. It's
No.
none of that. It's
John,
bad writing fatigue.
Yeah,
exactly. And John Producer says, I like how they handle the void. Yeah, it was actually very smartly done. It was. Cool. It really was. So
I will fully watch this when it's available.
Yeah,
I will fully give it a
I'll
chance.
check it out. I'll check it out when it comes to streaming. Yeah.
There you go. And if you want to do that, great. Because if you don't want to spend $100 at the movie theater, because ticket prices are overbloated at this time, then check it out.
Price, the $10 hot dog, the $20 drink.
Yeah, exactly.
The secret to that is find cheap. Some theaters have a cheap day. You go cheap day, and then you sneak in dollar store snacks.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
A matinee price, like first showing of the day.
Well, actually, there's like one day here. We have every Tuesday, all day and night. It's like $6 for the movie, and then sneak in your dollar store snacks. Boom, you're good. It's like, oh yeah,
and that's right, Bill. Yeah, and one thing, nobody that gets voided dies. They all end up in the void rooms. Yeah, exactly right. So it is. And hence why they call it fatigue. I don't attribute the fatigue to any one genre or franchise because it pervades them all. If anything, it's corporate Hollywood fatigue. Yeah, exactly. So,
because if it was genuine fatigue, I wouldn't want to read my comics again.
Exactly.
It just makes me want to go to my old content. And it's like, so I'm not tired of the stories.
Yeah.
Just tired of your story.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Yeah. So check it out if you want to. So this might actually be not a bad thing is all I'm trying to say. Right. So following the soft release of the Thunderbolts movie, and you know what? And in this article, there's probably going to be some things that I might just disagree with only because, you know what? I did actually see the movie. So, there might be something that I disagree with this. Which has been rebranded to the New Avengers. So the thing is, okay, with the New Avengers thing, I'm going to tell you this, okay? They're only called the New Avengers because Elaine, and I'm going to say Elaine, right? Because that's how I see her as from Seinfeld, said that they're the New Avengers. So they're playing on it as a joke, right? In a kind of a way, right? They know that they're not actually Avengers materials, but they're playing on it is what it is at the end of the movie.
But let me argue a quick point. I'd rather have them as the New Avengers than like Ironheart or whoever else they're going to put together. So.
Oh God, that's true. That's true. I will give you that. Yep. Yes. And following the poor. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say them doing this to me is like, okay, they're trying to excuse what they did with X-Force.
Yeah.
Like, you gave us a team that was totally wrong, and it's like, well, while this is not the New Avengers, you could kind of moniker it that because your New Avengers aren't gonna be in anything.
Exactly.
The ones that you wanted as the New Avengers, the only one you made a movie for was Captain Falcon.
Yep. And remember, because when this debuted on Friday, on May the 2nd, that's when the Avengers Kang Dynasty was supposed to come out. So you can see how it lines up with the joke, right? In a way. That's what they're doing. It's a little bit of, a shell game kind of sleight of hand kind of thing, right?
They just
inside
shot
humor
themselves in the foot by going too big too fast.
Oh, I know.
The X-Men didn't need Dark Phoenix for their first storyline. Avengers didn't need Thanos for the first storyline. I mean,
but
they can't do Phoenix because that's impossible to do in a 2-hour movie.
Oh, and I hope they don't even touch it. God, get rid of that.
Yeah.
And following the poor box office debut, which we kind of went over because it's writing fatigue, it's reported that director Jake Schreier is now in talks to direct the X-Men reboot at Marvel Studios set within the MCU. Now, The details, okay, this comes via Deadline, who says Schreier is in early talks for X-Men. The film will be released following Avengers Secret War, as Feige previously confirmed a new Age of Mutants follows the film, and no release date has been set, okay? It's like, fine, that should be actually for the best, seeing how everything else has just been, up in arms and just backwards at this point. So, while Deadline spends BS that Thunderbolts is a big success, it's among the worst performing MCU movies at the box office. Well, and the good reason is because everything else from Marvel has been crap. And this movie is actually suffering from it. It's not, like I said before, it's not as bad as what some people are saying. It's said that Schreier took a meeting with Marvel this past week and is Kevin Feige's top choice to direct X-Men. So it's also added that Feige is producing an X-Men movie, which has writer Michael Leslie penning the screenplay, who recently wrote The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, starring Rachel Zegler, which was horrible, I will add, okay? Anything with Rachel Zegler, god awful. No, it's just... And that movie
By the way,
tanked.
to just jump on your point of why it's doing bad, because I say the same happened with Craven. Craven was a really good movie, but
Craven wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but people didn't trust it because look what they released. They had Madam Web and all that, and people were like, no, it's going to be garbage, and they didn't have trust in it. It's like, no.
Yeah, Craven wasn't too bad. I'll give it that. It could have been better, but it certainly wasn't horrible.
It's a fun escapism movie. It was so.
It's to me it was mid. I'll just say that. That's what I'm going to say. So, but Deadline continues and says that Feige and Marvel are taking their time in deciding who directs X-Men, just like they took their time deciding on the writer. And it's said that following the months of internal meetings that Marvel has decided on Jake Schreier due to the positive reception to Thunderbolts. So, you know what? This might actually not be too bad of a thing if he's going to be directing. So, Bill Barkley says, I'm just going to say, we've already had a Dark Phoenix movie, but it's someone else you're talking about. Well, yeah. I mean, you've had, well, let's just say the first Dark Phoenix thing, which wasn't even really a Dark Phoenix thing, with the original X-Men movies. What was it, X3 or whatever the hell it was, or was it X2?
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3, and then you had that god awful one from 10 years ago now or something like that. It was just horrible.
That was their best shot at the Dark Phoenix saga. I don't mind the Phoenix character. I just don't want them to do the Dark Phoenix story in this because it's going to pull. You can't have the Dark Phoenix story happening while something else is going on. The Dark Phoenix is a culmination, and it wasn't really just the X-Men. There was other teams dealing with that cosmic power. See, and that's why I'm like, the Dark Phoenix, if you were going to do that, that should have been the first thing that introduces you to Fantastic Four and a few of the Avengers, because Reed Richards and Beast and Tony Stark all kind of know each other. Even Doctor Strange. They're huge intelligences in the normal world. So they knew who everybody was. They didn't know they all became superheroes until they met them, So they went so big, and I don't mind them having Phoenix. And this is, I think I mentioned it with you guys before. I think this is how they're the new wave of mutants will not be our X-Men. It's going to be the new stuff, the uncanny X-Force and whatever other names they mixed up together in the last 10 years. The Krakoa story, they're bringing back Phoenix. Don't make her Dark Phoenix. If she's Phoenix in the green outfit, the one where she controls her powers, that's fine. But I think Scott and Phoenix are coming back to give us Hope Summers for the new wave of mutants,
Didn't they also have like the whole Shi'ar Empire storyline that had to deal with the Phoenix as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they are the ones who knew about Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix was a new thing for Earth, and we just happened to have some mutants. I don't know if the Avengers could have. Thor's the only one even equipped to deal with what Phoenix has. The X-Men at least had some kind of emotional connection, you know. But to deal with that kind of power, the X-Men, it was almost too big for them. Without Scott and Jean being a couple, they lose.
And I'm just gonna say, Ledrod, see you later, dude. And yeah, you're gonna be watching Blade Runner tonight.
Yeah,
man,
Ooh, fun.
It's gonna be so good for you, dude.
Well, he's never seen it before.
Love it. Or maybe he didn't.
Maybe I bet he's watching it again.
Yeah,
but it's still fun.
That's my all-time favorite film. It just so.
Oh yeah, how are you gonna explain Alan Cummings' age as Nightcrawler? Oh yeah, how are you gonna explain? Well,
his makeup, man. That guy got more makeup than anybody. You just pulled him back and you hide it all.
That's right.
Well, I mean, honestly, those masks they have that can go over people now, I'm surprised they're not using that in Hollywood because they look plenty real enough.
Yeah, you haven't seen Blade Runner yet. Oh, dude. This is going to be dope seeing it the first time in theater. Oh, wow. Dude, you're going to love it, man. You're going to love it.
If you can get some surround sound or headphones or something.
If you've seen it before on the small screen, then that's one thing.
Oh,
Seeing it in a big theater, that's going to be
You're
a whole
in for
new
a treat.
experience.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, I'm scooting for real now. All right, dude, have fun.
He's like, I'm late.
Enjoy it.
He's late.
Enjoy
He's
it.
late.
Pick up copious amounts of popcorn and pop. And do
I'll
not
be
leave
curious
it.
to hear from him later on how full the screening was.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom first. All right. Do not leave that seat. So, and Jumper just says, no need for mass digital de-aging and deepfakes are way better. Yeah, they are now. I'll give you
But
that.
if you have a mask that already looks like them, you don't have to work as hard. It's like, to me, when they use like Baby Yoda, like it's kind of CGI, kind of real. So that means they don't have to create the whole image. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
just use it as a tool. Don't make up everything out of it. You know how much it bothers me just to see a CGI squirrel in a movie?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Stupid. Normal animals that you do have trained for previous movies? You just can't do that anymore? You got to spend $1 million.
Yeah.
You got to spend $1 million for a squirrel to go up a tree. I mean,
you know what? If they don't keep our Wolverine, then I'm okay with because he has been in talks with Marvel, the Calvary. Yeah. That would be so good. I love that. Oh man. Deadpool just brings him in.
That ruins the whole dynamic between him and Cyclops, though. You know how big of a man Cyclops will have to be cast now?
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, I know. Wolverine is a short dude, and rightfully so, and he should be a short dude. And
you don't want the comic accurate. Remember in Deadpool Wolverine, they showed the comic book accurately.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
But that was not right. That's not what he would look like.
Pretty short though.
He would be short, but they made him look like he was all proportional. It's like his legs would be thicker. He'd be stocky as heck. You know, I mean.
I guess in the movie universe, we've gotten used to Hugh Jackman being about the same height, so it's like I'm used to it.
Think like George the Animal Steel with abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yes. Here's the thing. Now, is Jake Schreier a good choice for X-Men? So this is what the writer says, okay? I'll say why the box office is bombing. Thunderbolts does have good production, special effects, acting, and Schreier did a good job directing. See, this is what I'm saying. Probably the best of the MCU has seen post-Endgame, right? So along with Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine. And if they can nail the story for X-Men and don't screw it up as Feige has done with everything else of late, the X-Men should be in good hands with Jake Schreier. See, and this is why I'm saying Thunderbolts is actually a pretty decent movie. You know, it does have actual good production and special.
That was going to
effects.
be my question to you with, is this okay if this guy helms this? Does it feel like he's doing enough attention to the menage of people?
Yes.
And see, that's what you really need to be. Can the director handle 7 people? Because that's X-Men.
Yeah.
No,
you can't do that. Don't lean on anybody too much.
Everybody gets equal time, or
and that was the thing.
And they all tie in together a little bit.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Everybody pretty much had good equal time on the screen. So, you know, and I have to hand it to that. You know, it
Not
wasn't
just along for the ride kind of thing, you know.
exactly. It wasn't super focused on Yelena, right? Everybody else had, you know, a bit of a chance here and there.
Well, and technically, everybody else has powers.
Yeah,
Yelena's the only one that's normal. She's just badass, you know. I mean, she's not even Captain America or anything. She's not souped up.
Kind of like Hawkeye from the original Avengers. team.
I'm out here shooting arrows. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
I'm not even
Here I am,
looking.
guy with a bow and arrow.
Right.
Aliens out of the sky.
That's got to be like that kind of writing, and it's not just we're plugging it in. He's like, you don't know how insane I think. Dude, this guy just lifted me up to an 80-story building in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
right. No, John Peterson. John Peterson seen the movie too. He says the only one that stood out a bit more was Yelena, but it made sense and as organic. And that's true.
And she would be the
100%.
leader to me. Like, I'm expecting her to have more of a central point. Because why would any of the other people take lead?
Yeah,
they're all
the thing is
people looking for somebody.
The thing is, because a lot of people thought, oh no, she's going to be the girl boss, she's going to be the leader, and the thing is, she's really not the leader, right? It's just that the movie kind of organically focuses on her. And then it relates how what she's feeling relates to Bob, right? And the thing is it's just basically they all get together as a team. It's a team, right? And there's no specific leader to this team. They just all work together.
Well, I can see this being a very much like when Storm was reluctantly the leader.
Yeah.
They're like, you are the leader. She's like, I'm not a leader. They're like, you do it all the time.
Yeah.
You just don't realize it. You know, people look to you for that guidance.
Yeah.
She's the big sister of the group right now.
That's basically it. Right. Yeah. The leadership dynamic was fun to watch it morph. Yeah, it was. And
I guess you would say she's doing the Bucky. I don't want to be Captain America.
Yeah. But it works. It actually does work. So, and that's the good thing about this. So the article also says it's seeming likely that Schreier will direct the X-Men due to Schreier turning down other projects. So a bonus is that Schreier is also said to be a big fan of the X-Men comics. Post Endgame, Feige hired creatives who don't read or who don't even like comics, and producers even told creatives not to read comics as they developed comic book movie properties. And how did that turn out? Right, it turned out to be a big giant kerfuffle. So here's the update. Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld chimed in on X, of course, because he has to, suggesting high-profile names pass on Kevin Feige's X-Men. Liefeld said, if I told you the names that passed on this directional opportunity, your heads would spin. Well, you know, because Rob Liefeld is, you know, feeling a little rejected from not being at a movie gala that he had to blow up online like the little child that he is. which was just funny. It's like, you entitled prick. So, legendary comic book writer Mark Miller, who wrote Old Man Logan and lots more, also replied, Fox did such a phenomenal job with those movies in terms of casting, writing, and directing. Who could top Jackman, McClellan, or Fassbender? I honestly think it's a poison chalice to take this stuff on. It can't be matched. And that's one thing that we also chimed in on, you know? Who you
as
gonna,
much as
who
that's
you
a
gonna
very
recast Jackman?
I understand that statement, but let's be honest. I mean, you can always bring somebody else that can do just as good a job. You just have to give an unknown a chance. That's all. I don't know.
Daniel Radcliffe looks good in those pictures they've shown of him.
His acting, I don't think could pull out a Wolverine. No, his acting wouldn't suit it.
He's Broadway though. You might be surprised. But my thing on this is I've heard stuff that they're going to, and I don't know because of the controversy that was involved with the showrunner. I've heard the movies are taking the team from the X-Men animated series, the new one.
Oh,
so
Jim Lee X-Men, basically.
With that in mind, we get Cyclops, Jubilee, Bishop, Jean Grey, Rogue, Storm, Wolverine, Gambit, but they are currently working through a couple storylines, but the big one is Mr. Sinister. Do we get Sinister in live action?
That would be interesting.
Holy
I would like
crap.
that. Yeah.
Who gets to be that dude? Carl Urban. I think Carl Urban.
I could see that.
He's not big enough, but I think his look with the face paint, I think his overall look kind of nails it.
That'd be interesting. Carl
That would be
Urban.
interesting. I like him as an actor.
He's
like
just
what
not
I've
tall
seen.
enough, but I'm surprised he hasn't.
Camera tricks and big shoes.
He has to have been offered something at some point, and he's just turned it down because I can't believe they wouldn't have tried to. He'd be a great Cyclops too, to be honest. His demeanor, the way he stands and everything, he actually would do a great Cyclops. I've never thought of that before, but I think he would do that. But so that makes me wonder, are they, with the controversy, are they just abandoning that now? Because they're doing Master Mold at the same time they're doing the island. I forget what the Geonosis. They're doing the Mr. Sinister, and they're doing the Apocalypse timeline. It looks like where they go back in time with Apocalypse. So I think some of the X-Men are going to be in that Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse timeline. So I'm really interested to see where season 2 goes, but is season 2 going to have anything to do with the movie? See, I just don't know where they're going with this now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Carl was already in the MCU. Yeah.
Oh, he
was.
When
that's
right.
He was playing
in Thor.
Yeah, in Thor.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the character.
Well, that phase is dead now.
Well, that's true, too.
All those people
a little bit.
He could always be brought back and recast.
And
character.
and if they bring him back as a character with so much makeup on him, I buy it more.
Yeah, because hey, they did the same thing with Penguin.
Like, to be honest, the guy who played Warlock could come back without the makeup, and I'd probably still buy him as somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, and he was famously Iron Man, so why not?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, Scourge. That's what it was. Yeah.
Scourge,
I can't believe who's the actor that is in the Star Wars game and then played the Joker wannabe in Gotham. Moynihan or something like that.
Something like that.
Patrick Monahan.
I can't believe he hasn't been in a Marvel movie. It seems like Star Wars and Marvel movies, there's always the same, an actor plays both series.
Right.
But I haven't seen, and maybe because he did DC, when Gotham.
That could be. Yeah.
He's like, I'm contractually obligated. Sorry, guys.
Well, if you were bringing in some like extra X-Men, right? Let's say, I don't know, let's say Multiple Man, right? Who would you get to play? Like, let's play
Rudd.
devil's advocate. Paul Rudd? Yeah, but he's Ant-Man.
I don't care. You're saying devil's advocate. You're saying devil's advocate.
Okay. How about Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Oh, he'd be great too.
Oh, he'd be good.
God, he should be morphed though.
You think so?
Ooh.
For the live action, because I think he can do dark. And I just don't know how they're gonna. Is Morph gonna be a real guy?
I don't know.
Or is he Mr. Sinistered?
Because he was kind of like a made-up character for the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, right? So, Tom Ellis as Sinister. There's a good choice. I like that. Yeah, I would do Jordan Gordon-Levitt as Multiple Man.
That'd be so good though too.
I could see that now. I just looked him up.
God, I'd love to see an X Factor.
I see that.
Okay,
if they do this X-Men thing right, I see X Factor coming in. I see these other teams coming in.
Let's see. How about if they had to recast Nightcrawler, who do you think? I mean, I know they already cast him, right? They are bringing him back. And yeah, Levitt for Jamie. Yeah, that would be a good pick. I would say if they had to recast, right? Because multiverse, right? Jamie Bell wouldn't be too bad as a Nightcrawler. He was from
honestly,
I could see that.
He was in King Kong back in 2005, Adventures of Tintin. He was in Fantastic Four back in 2015 and Rocketman in 2019. He wasn't too bad.
Honestly, if you're going to reboot, start fresh. Unknowns. A lot of unknowns.
I have to agree with that because at some point we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to recast Wolverine because dude's not getting any younger.
No,
well, don't forget Pop till he's 90.
But at this point, with the way cinema,
he can be old man Logan sitting in his rocking chair.
There you go.
Good old days.
What if at this time in cinema, because all the other countries are doing so well, what if they actually hired like a German cinema actor?
Yeah.
Like an action star. You know what I mean? Like you want DEI? I mean, actually hire an actress from Africa who resembles Storm. You know,
how about just give me my Bollywood version and I'll be happy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bring in the director of RRR and Bahubali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
the dance scenes would be amazing.
Could you imagine though?
The action scenes would be over the top.
Could you imagine though what they could do? They're like, okay, we need this stuff to look a little more realistic, and you have, as far as you guys are concerned, your budget's unlimited.
Yeah.
With what they've done
big.
so over the top, I think they would be, if they toned down like a RRR style, because that is very much like superhuman powers going on. They just have to make the falls and the hits look real, not that guy just flew 8 blocks.
Yeah, if anybody's seen the movie Bahubali, that is a crazy movie.
It is. It is nuts, man.
I think I only saw RRR. I'm not sure.
That's the same director, but it came out before RRR.
I've seen so many movies that guy does, and even the actors that are in that. It's like, oh, these dudes are in everything.
For that comment of Al Richardson, he would be more of a Colossus. That guy's massive. He no way. Yeah, he would be too big for Wolverine. He's gigantic.
Oh, Colossus, it just doesn't work. They need a body double and then somebody else do the voiceover, but it needs to be.
I mean, he can't be Wolverine.
What's that guy?
Too big.
Dang it.
Too big.
The wrestler, and then he went to UFC, and then he came back. I can't remember.
Brock Lesnar. Oh, Brock's not human. Brock's a monster. He's scary. Like,
his body, or his body for like Juggernaut, and then just have somebody do the voice. But it's like, because his body is so not human.
It's not human.
Like
no,
you're saying.
Exactly.
You could do Liam Hemsworth for Cyclops.
But if they're doing these complete CGI things, why wouldn't you cast a body double? And then all you have to CGI is like an overlay. instead
what I
of the
would like to
whole
see?
thing.
But you get to a point of special effects budget and trying
That's
to keep
true.
it as practical as possible.
Yeah. You know what I would like to see as Magneto? Jeremy Irons.
Oh my god.
You know what? That might actually be okay.
His
Sort of.
delivery would be so Magneto, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could see.
He'd be able to do that. Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a Ed Woods or something. Like the look's not quite there, but like the way they can deliver the lines, it's like, oh jeez.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
he was a
Like
bit
menacing.
younger,
Even
though,
the
but
nice
yeah,
things menacing.
I could see that.
Yeah, Ed Woods is way too old now.
Oh yeah.
Shame. They're also old.
Yeah, all the ones we want are way too old for the roles. But yeah, at some point we're going to have to go with unknowns across the board. I'd actually rather see him do all of the unknown casting right now. So that the actors could grow into the roles.
Yeah.
And make a name for unknowns.
You know what? As Patrick Stewart is getting older, and I don't get me wrong, I like him as Professor X. I do. Ralph, what was it? Ralph Fiennes? Ralph Fiennes.
Voldemort?
Yeah, maybe he might be a good fit. But it's hard
I mean, honestly, Professor Xavier, when Patrick Stewart came in, I was like, that was my all-star casting when the movies first came out. I was like, this Xavier needs to be Patrick Stewart, Colossus needs to be Schwarzenegger, you know, like there were so many people that was just perfect. I think I mentioned you, like Jean-Claude Van Damme is Gambit in the 90s, you know, it's like, oh god, that's so perfect.
Yeah, right.
But it's just
30
now
years ago, but now it's nobody is on the landscape out of Hollywood. That's why it would be
and the young version is
all
tough.
unknowns.
Like give me Michael Rosenbaum as Professor X.
Yeah, I like
Timothy
Michael Rosenbaum.
Chalamet as Angel.
Timothy Chalamet.
But anyway, okay. So,
what's
next for X-Men in the MCU? Now that Fox is basically, you know, all the Fox characters are returning for Doomsday. The confirmed cast calls Patrick Stewart back as Xavier. Yeah, we know that. Ian McClellan as Magneto, and I'm kind of okay with that. And Rebecca Romaine as Mystique.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, won't be naked.
Awesome.
I know. James Marsden as Cyclops, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, you know, and Channing Tatum is back as Gambit, and the rumor that Famke Janssen is back as Jean Grey. So, you know what?
Well, look in the poster. Is that a made up poster? What? Because I don't know. That's from the other film, wasn't it? That was from.
It's a mishmash.
I think that was Days of Future Past, was it not? Because they did have them both in that film. Because I want that Quicksilver. I want that Quicksilver in the movie. You got to bring him back. He's just perfect. Oh my gosh, like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
amazing.
Younger Quicksilver. Yeah.
He was so
except
good.
he is supposed to have Eastern European accent.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
I won't nitpick it.
That scene in the cafeteria and then the scene in the house, the when it's exploding, just so perfect.
Amazing.
Just perfect.
All of them. His delivery, everything
so
is good. He's like, what are you doing? I'm holding your head for the whiplash. What do you mean?
Yeah, right.
Whiplash.
You figured they could have used that concept when doing the Flash. Instead, they had babies and microwaves, but that's not good.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh god,
I don't know, man. My Flash is the TV show. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Grant should have been in the movie, but
I've heard they're really in some possible talks about putting him in a film.
Please, I thought he did a great job.
I saw him on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and he said that they are in talks.
I'd like to see
whether they do it or not. Especially now he's older, he'd be perfect.
Josh says his appearance in WandaVision was good enough, even though he was supposed to be a poser. Yeah, I did too.
Why do you look different? I don't know. This is your thing.
My Flash will always be John Wesley Shipp.
Yep, from the 90s. Loved it.
From the 90s.
Well, he was actually in. He was in
I was gonna
the
say,
new
was that the
TV
one
show.
that was in the other one?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
that
which
was
is
pretty
cool.
cool. They even had the original outfit. It's like, woof, that's got to be hot.
Dude.
It's like all velour. It's like crushed velvet.
Yeah. Oh my god. Because I looked at that like recently, and I'm
everything.
like, oh, that must have been. He must have been.
And he's an older guy, and they did have him running.
Yep, that's right. Damn, dude.
Yeah, I took over as Jay Garrick. Yep, he was perfect for that role. The
That was such a
Silver
good
Age
story.
Silver Age Flash. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
when
is
he took
how
over
you
Jay Garrick,
make
it was
your
so good.
enemies last more than one season.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just kept. That's what I liked about those ones was, it's like, oh, it's thank goodness this is how it was in the comics, because in the movies they seem to defeat their arch enemy in half a film. It's like, really? Now you're never gonna fight that guy again?
Bill says, yeah, isn't Rebecca Romaine in Star Trek Strange New Worlds? A new season still
I think so.
come out. Yeah, she is. You know,
I've heard.
Oh yeah,
So-
that Star Trek I refuse to watch.
I might watch just for her.
I will watch just for her. So
No, I
No,
actually want to watch the new shows with my wife to get her
Yeah.
take.
there
She'll
you
be
go.
like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh.
Yeah. But
She's
anyway,
more of a normie.
yeah.
Sorry,
But seeing
I'll
how
shut
it's seeing how it's Friday and it's almost the end of the show,
Friday,
we'll
Friday.
do our patent pending cartoon, and then we're gonna end it
Yay.
all. So here we go, folks.
Well,
It's-
end the stream.
well, yeah, you know, technically.
What are we doing today, Pinky?
Here you go.
Yeah, whoa!
What the hell's going on?
Zorro's drinking beer.
I'm drinking beer! I thought we were going to go fight some pirates.
I'm getting drunk! Zorro's just getting ready in his own way.
Ah, shit, I spilled it! What are you looking at? Please, no.
He's a champion. You know, you think these pirates would have shown up by now.
Well, they could be at the other port.
There's another port?
Yeah, there's a port at the other side of the island.
You were just comprised to fail, aren't you?
Failure breeds success.
Then somebody better man up and give the sexification to Khloe Kardashian. Onward to battle!
Wait, what the does sexification mean?
Just look on the bright side. How could this get stupider than it already is?
Hey, you kids want to be on fire?
Damn it, man, I'm a pirate, not a doctor! Because I don't know about space-time travel! That's bullshit! That's it, you're going down! Drop kick! Check it again!
They're dead!
Check it again!
Those must be the pirates.
I'm here. Where's Luffy and Zorro?
Hey, you there! What are you doing? Oh shit, they spotted us.
Shit, what's the plan?
We need to stall them. I got this. Well, 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 if it isn't the bloody pirates. I couldn't help but notice you cowering in fear of me. Continue to do this, as this is the proper action when faced with the great and powerful Usopp. Who is this clown? I think he's like a lunch monitor. Your deliverance will soon be at hand, my friends. Killing you will be frosting on my murder cake. This day is your reckoning. Should you want to live, you best kill yourself now. I'm sorry, but did you just poop? Right, let me check. Yes, I did. Oh, God. Sorry, I thought I was ripping ass. All right, enough of this.
Okay, what's plan B?
Nubby, my nose is 6 inches long, I'm wearing a hairnet, and I just shit myself. Do you really think I have a plan B? Hey, can you and Misty get out of our way? We're kind of in a hurry here. If you plan on attacking these villagers, you'll have to do it on my grave. Villagers? What are you talking about? Don't play fucking dumb! Me and Luffy heard you pirates talking about the attack on the villagers. What are you talking about? We're here to attack the cat problem. Okay, I'm completely lost. We're here to spay and or neuter
the cats on this island. No, don't It's good for them. They live healthier lives.
But then why was Kuro Miss Kaya's butler for 3 years?
Oh no! What happened?
There was a reckoning, and it was in my pants.
What are you talking about?
It was Kuro who had Freddy Cougar on the balls. Me.
Oh, so he was stealing Miss Kaya's property. Yes, whatever. Now please move. There you guys are. Great, they're multiplying. All right, what'd I miss?
Apparently they're just here to spay cats.
What, for real? That's kind of weird. What do they, like, go from island to island just spaying cats?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh, I don't like it.
It's good for them.
I don't know. What if they're lying? We should still protect the villagers. Oh, don't worry. I took care of that. You can't get touched if you're on fire.
Okay, I can't take it. Mr. Whiskers, Mr. Tinkles, attack them! Oh yeah! Not today, you cat freaks! Whoa! Guys, I could use some backup.
Play the one with the piano again.
What are you even doing up there? Wait a sec. You're watching them cat videos again, ain't you?
Just play the video. He's gonna yell at us either way.
God damn it! God damn it! Where the fuck is Luffy? That's it. Come to Papa. Don't worry. This isn't gonna hurt at all. Ah! What the hell? Whoops! Whoops! Are you fucking for real? My bad, bro. Hey! I can't take this absurdity.
Now's probably not the best time to remind him we came here solely to spay cats.
Shut up, you bloodthirsty pirates!
No, dude, they're actually just here to spay cats.
That's even worse! You barbarians go around ripping off cat penis!
Yeah, that's neutering, but it's not how it works. Basically, it is.
I'll teach you a lesson! Prepare yourselves for a visually ironic death! Holy shit! Eat my dick!
Damn, that's impressive.
What the hell is going on here? Oh my god! Oh my god! Who did this? That would be me! What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, you want to know what's wrong with me? Well, I'll tell you. Every night I have the same reoccurring dream where I open up a Cracker Jack box and the kid on the front is the prize inside. Then I wake up in a cold sweat until I piss myself back to sleep. Do you know how much piss a rubber bladder can retain? Usopp, get us a ship! We're leaving!
And so, Usopp got them a ship, and they left. Look, what do you want from me? That's what happened! Get out of here already!
And that's pretty much everything right there. So
I don't know.
I know.
But I want to look for cat videos now.
Keyboard kitty. Yeah.
Keyboard kitty, that's it.
I say meow. I say meow.
I try.
I say meow.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I say
just
meow.
one part of the show. So, oh man, next week Dragon Ball Z, eh? Yeah.
Oh.
1 million power. I think someone's talking bullshit.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
That's impossible.
Oh, man. Oh, crap. So before we go, we do the obligatory plugs. So, Padawannabe, anything going on your neck of the woods?
Plug. Next week on Tuesday, I'll be here again.
And he's done.
That's it. Ta-da! This is the way.
Yes.
Nope, not much right now. Maybe I really should start doing something. Maybe I'll just start streaming the games I play late night on the Xbox, because it's all set up to stream to Twitch. So just get used to talking to nobody. Nobody's gonna watch me on Twitch.
That's what I do all the time.
That's so funny. Nobody's gonna watch on Twitch. And again, all the support I've got is great. So hopefully when I start content, I'll get my first subscriber that actually wants to watch one of my videos. Because I love all the support. I'm at 100 subscribers, and it's got to be like 90% content creators, and people I knew through other means. But please subscribe. I will start doing stuff. I'm actually cleaning really hard right now to try and get an area, so at least ready to do some practice streams. I need to do some organizing of my Legos and whatnot, so I was like, oh well, that'd be a good way to practice stream.
There
you go.
Play with the angles and then just erase it, or keep it on for shits and giggles. I don't know.
Nice.
Why not?
All right, then everybody hoard yourself over to Padawannabe and frustrate him to the point where he has so many subscribers that he has to actually prove and provide some content.
It will mostly be Star Wars related content, because when George Lucas was in his prime, I kind of went wild when I was able to buy stuff. So when the crossovers happened with Lego, I loved it. When the Star Wars crossovers happened with Transformers, loved it more. Got all kinds of the new action figures and all the merchandising.
Merchandising. And Facehole.
Yes. All right, let's see what's going on.
Not to be mistaken with Piehole.
Exactly. Doing a lot of gaming. I've been just trying to. Again, I'm still getting used to gaming with OBS, because StreamYard you got to pay. It's expensive. So I just
what
use
have
OBS.
You been playing?
Oh, I did. I've been Fallout 3, the original. Of course, Oblivion Remastered. I had to get that. And I've been bringing Destiny back a little bit. I love Destiny. So Destiny 2, that is. So
who are you playing with then?
Oh, me. Just me. I
didn't know they had a single player.
Well, Destiny is kind of your own thing. You can do, you can play with random people, which I do, but Destiny is its own thing. I mean, you can do single player, not deal with anybody if you don't want.
I did not. Yeah. I was not aware of that. When I tried to buy it, and they're like, "This is an online game," and I was like, I don't have online at the time. And then I found out that it was like, like a 3-player team. And it's
you can
I had
do
a hard
that.
time getting people to play, but it's more like Borderlands. Like you can play by yourself or play with people.
Well, exactly. How that works, like if you go into a strike, there's always somebody else playing, so you just get put in with random people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun that way. And I don't, I actually am planning on doing a video about the video game industry and how it's falling apart right now. I'd like to get some people on that one. Also, I just released a video this week, my first lesson video, or kind of learn too, about photography on a budget. Because Techno Sapien Geek is about technology and being a geek. It's a little bit of everything. Yeah. So So I did the video about how to take pictures with a budget. Your phone, everybody has a phone for the most part. You can use that. 2 cheap point and click cameras. I mean, you know, just how to start, or if you just want to do it for fun. So I decided to do my very first. I did the entrance. I did everything except for the song. So I'm trying to learn some stuff, new stuff. I'm getting back to vlogging. They seem to be and weird enough. I'm a very quiet person. I was at the grocery store yesterday. Somebody says Techno Sapien Geek. I'm like, what? What? I was recognized. That's freaky. It's so weird. Oh,
yeah,
so,
famous.
That was so weird. I was like, I talked to them for like 5 minutes. Nice people. They seen one of my other vlogs, so they liked it. So I was like, oh, cool. Appreciate that. Thanks.
Oh, cool.
It was so weird though.
There you go.
Right on.
But, yeah, just keep them busy.
Fortune and glory.
I wish. I still got to get that grant to get new equipment. So yay! Hopefully we'll find out.
That's right. You have to charge them like $10 for an autograph now. Don't talk to me, peon, unless you pay me.
More like 350.
Yeah, exactly. 350.
350.
I gave him a dollar.
Damn it! Damn monster!
You give that Techno Sapien monster money? Oh, God damn it, lady! God damn it, woman!
I gave
I'll be $1.50. Give me $1.50.
That's
I'll
right.
be fine.
Pop Culture Republic.
Yes.
What do you got going on?
Oh, let's see. Trying to decide what to do for my next live stream. Tuesday nights and Thursday night. That's turning out pretty well for me as opposed to Mondays and Wednesday nights. Looking forward to getting back to my Saturday comic book streams. If not this Saturday, maybe the Saturday after, depending on when I can get my scheduling ironed out. Talk about all things pop culture related under the big pop culture umbrella, whether it's anime, sci-fi, fantasy, movies, TV shows, books, novels, comic books, K-dramas, so on, so on, so on. I talk about anything and everything. And that's it.
That's right.
That's all
You
I
do.
got going on.
And follow him on
All
X
for
too.
$1.50.
There we go.
That's right. Not 350.
So,
Yeah,
let's see.
discount.
And
We forgot about some books last episode because of the
let's
mic.
see,
So
down
yes,
below, we also
Some
have
books.
links going on of we forgot what. Yeah,
the books, remember?
Yes,
Yeah,
we got
yay!
books.
Yeah, because
Books,
they're having
like you
audio
need to
problems
consume.
really bad.
Like Flip City Magazine.
Oh, and
I know,
let me
it's
say
really
now
weird.
that you guys, you all said that right
Anyway,
now, and it's like
it's this
we
book.
we have not had one robot this whole episode, did we?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I know,
Not
really
once,
weird.
I don't
isn't it?
think. Not once.
So-
you get a cable for
whatever.
your computer?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
No,
See
somebody was
what
supposed to
happens
drop
if
one
you
by.
stream
So-
30 minutes later?
Huh.
Really weird. Really weird. So, Flip City Magazine, the magazine that you want to go ahead and check out. And again, if you go to their website at Flip City Mag, then you can try out a free issue to download. And if you go ahead and get yourself the magazine, then you can partake in all the goodiness and you get a tinfoil hat to go along with it. And if you use the coupon code CRC, then you can get 10% off of your subscription.
Oh no, you guys had to jinx it. You jinxed it.
Go ahead and enjoy what they got there. It's because I was uploading another picture like this one. I was uploading. I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't jinx. Don't jinx it. So
Never upload without
this is
protection.
one. I know. I should have done it. I know. Okay, and then you got Al Nickerson's Sword of Eden that's going on right there, right in front of you. So if you go to Sword of Eden, get yourself a comic book. 3rd issue is coming out really, really soon, and so hey, you don't want to fall behind in issues. So go ahead and get the 1st issue and the 2nd issue, which I helped in the creation of the 2nd issue of the title right there. Sword of Eden Shinobi, and it's a fun read. So go ahead and get yourself an issue right there. I'm sure he'll greatly appreciate it.
Do not put it in any of those boxes on screen.
Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody gives you like, here's the first run comic book, and they fold it up to put it in a box?
Man, let's, while I'm going to take a punch here. Just Mr. Speedy Gonzalez is going to say that don't forget this gentleman has a channel. We're all watching it. We love this man's channel. He allows us to be on. Oh, you got to talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
That's right. That's right. And tomorrow on Mike's Movie Matinee, we're going to be playing the film The Lost World from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's legendary book. Yeah, not the Jurassic Park one, but it's going to be the actual Sir Arthur Conan Doyle first movie that came out all the way back in what was it? I believe it was like 1925. Yeah, 1925.
Well, yeah, look at that alligator-saurus.
It's a dinosaur. Shut your mouth. No. And you know what? And there's going to be an extra little treat to this movie because in the beginning of this movie, okay, you will actually see a clip, okay, of the actual Sir Arthur Conan Doyle introducing this movie.
Nice.
On film. Yeah. So
is this a kissing movie?
No. Full of dinosaurs and death and intrigue and stuff like that. So that's going to be happening tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned for it. Join in the fun. And when movies were actually good. So I'm trying to go through a lot of firsts.
The dinosaur is not transgender.
A quick question on this. Right? You did ask people, what have you come up with a certain set time yet?
Yes, because I'm trying to figure out like a really good time to have these movie premieres, really good right? Time. And because it's supposed to be a really good show, and I'm looking for a really good time to have. Because
you did ask a bunch of people, so what have you come down with yet, sir?
So far I'm thinking about probably around maybe 2-ish my time. I'm gonna take a look again probably, but
your time would be.
My time would be 2 my time, which would be 6 Tom's time, 5 Eastern, 4 Central. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I buggered
You're
that up.
Mountain time, right? Or what is it?
Yeah, I'm Mountain time. So
whatever. And you would be
2 Mountain time, 1 Pacific.
2 o'clock Mountain time.
3.
This is pertaining to. Man, I'm helping you with your plug. You're not taking any of these clues.
When you can watch the movie, The Lost World is going to be debuting at 2 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow.
I'm trying to be funny and helpful.
I know.
We need to work on this.
Brain. I ain't got a good brain.
The movie that keeps on giving.
I'm the new guy. I need to get my timing down.
Brain. What is brain?
Hit my brain. Let me double check on this time here because I want to get it right. Because if everybody's going to be watching this, then...
wait,
let's advertise it. When is it? I don't know.
I know.
Who you watching tomorrow? I don't know.
It starts when it starts.
Yeah, it starts when it starts. Premiere
is neither early nor late. It is exactly on time.
3 p.m. Okay, 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 2 o'clock Pacific.
I had to say something, didn't I? The first robot.
Yeah, there we go. 2 o'clock Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 Central, 5 Eastern, 6 Atlantic. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. So
just say your time and say Google your time.
Just Google your stuff where you're at.
It's a time zone.
It's a time zone thing. So anyway, guys, that's been this show. I hope you all had fun.
Stop. You're a good man. You will never talk about yourself. You're too modest. The man is so modest. He's just a good guy. And don't forget, he does stuff. He's a graphic designer, a very talented graphic designer. You guys can definitely check him out. He does graphic design on a budget. He gives you fair prices. and good work. He's done work for many people around, and yeah, definitely worth checking him out. And I don't know if Vince is still there to put up the link. Oh, thank you, Vince. That's awesome. And also, the man has an X. He's also on Rumble, the channel where you never know what happens over here. And don't forget, we also have a store. The guy has a lot of good items. He has posters and mugs and T-shirts and so many other good things like that. Definitely check out some of the merchandise. It's amazing. It's really good stuff, actually. It's really, really good. And Thanos was right, so don't forget about that. And yeah, that's about all I can think of at the moment. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. And let's grow this channel even more. Let's make this huge. Let's make it massive, because he definitely deserves it.
Right.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So, everybody, that's been the show. Thank you very much. For some odd reason, all my clicking is being delayed, but that's okay. And no sound of Goldblum. No, exactly.
No good.
So,
sorry, and apologies to Goldblum. We have to bump him tonight. But that's gonna be a running stick now. Apologies, like they do on the Tonight Show. Apologies to Jeff Goldblum. We have to bump him.
Right. No. Okay.
Sure.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Anyway, so
excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!